Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special audition stream for Alan Wake 2, and a special early hello to Caroluna. Caroluna, I hope that you've had a great Thursday. I have been looking forward to playing this since it came out. I'm not sure how well it's going to run, and I will say this. It has been a very, very interesting game to try to get up and streaming properly. So, Caroluna and anybody else in chat, it will be very helpful to just have your feedback on this, especially regarding the visuals and the audio and everything else. But with that, we're going to jump into a brand new game here. I think normal with challenging combat is going to be where we're at. And with that, let's jump in and see what all the fuss is about. Oh, we're going to be, I'm sure, faced with dialogue here in 5 seconds. I was going to say that we've played Alan Wake.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
My favorite way to start every video game. Hello to Mia, who has also been playing Alan Wake. Yeah, so I played Alan Wake at this point many years ago, and then played Control somewhat more recently with those expansion packs, and that comprises everything that I know about Alan Wake, which I hope is everything.
Can you hear me? Already gone.
I don't know when it's safe to talk. Oh, okay. I want to answer Caroluna's question.
Coming.
I feel like anything man-made would be helpful right about now, but... Okay, but man-made.
Where's the rest of the stuff? I need to finish this. I'm done.
What the fuck?
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Okay, just a quick pause here to get a temperature check on the volume and stuff. Caroluna, Pirate Percy's, Princess Casey, this is pretty much as loud as we can make it. I'm just letting you guys know it's literally dialed all the way up. Cara Luna was asking, is this a continuation of the story in the first one and or Control? As far as I know, yes, but I couldn't swear to it. Also, hopefully we won't see that cursor there all the time. And hello to Pirate Percy, who's very excited for this one. Yeah, any feedback you guys have on how it's looking or running or sounding would be very helpful. And otherwise, we'll continue on here.
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Also,
I should
Carolyn
take
is
a look at that map.
asking if this is the same lake as the first one. I would assume so, but I don't... Was it Cauldron Lake? It's been a minute, is the trouble. The map displays key locations in the area. IR here. Okay. And goals. Get to the crime scene, find the deputies. Oh, you can zoom in and out. Okay, that's helpful. So we're at the parking lot, and we're going to go past the rental cabins to the bony-legged path. Pirate Percy says it looks and sounds great. Okay,
Hey,
thank you.
Here.
If we find cases where that's less
Hey
true,
there.
let me know.
Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some, organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took him back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
B to dock. No, B to flashlight. Okay. And hello to Grumpy. Caroluna,
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
You can access the case board inside of the Mind Palace. Caroluna, I'm fairly certain that yes, Cauldron Lake was in the first one, because Mia just started replaying it, and I'm pretty sure that I remember it. And hello to Grumpy, by the way. Access the case board inside the Mind Palace.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
The case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. Right stick to move around. Can I still zoom in and out? Yeah, so that's on the trigger buttons. Unless it's doing this. Now free to navigate the case board or leave by pressing B. Well, let's take a look. So there's previous murders. A series of murders have occurred around the town of Bright Falls. Finding the connection to the... Well, hi. Finding the connection will help our search for the killer. The victims were all reported missing in 2010, no other commonalities. I wonder what year it is currently. Like, in the real world, it's 2024, but is Saga going out after people that have been missing for 14 years? Discovered in 2012. Okay, so it's at least 2012. Buried in a shallow grave. That's Ted Lane. Then we've got Wendy Davis in 2018. Okay, so it's at least 2018. Some organs missing. Predation. State of the body does not match 8 years spent in a lake. And then we've got Percy Wolf, 2 weeks ago. Chest wound was ruled as cause of death. Tattooing on the body is illegible. His own tattoos or somebody else's? Store owner bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos. Murder method. Slight differences in murders. Bloating, only commonality in bodies, but not cause of death. Chest trauma. Exposure to water post-mortem. Bruising on wrists and legs. Deep gash in the chest with the heart missing. All bodies experience bloating. And then the killer's profile. Here's what we know about the killer. Post-mortem tattooing of the body. Boy, that seems like it's so much effort, doesn't it? The murder targets have no discernible common trait. Well, they're all white. I mean, I feel like that's got to count for something. Chest trauma resembles animal butchery techniques. Like, 3 points is not really a pattern yet, but you've got 2 men, 1 woman, like we're going with. So they're not specifically targeting one gender or another. But I will say they're all white. That feels like that's something. I don't know. They've all got names out of a Encyclopedia Brown book. Uh-oh. Pirate Percy says that guy has his name. Meet Deputy Thornton at the general store. Well, let's take a look around the Mind Place real quick. Pistols magazine. Oh, hold on.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Visiting the Mind Place does not pause the game, so be mindful of nearby threats.
Nature gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Also, speaking of lakes, this man is straight up Sam Lake. I'm just letting you guys know, like, if you've ever played Max Payne, if you've ever seen an interview with, well, I mean, really anybody.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Sam Lake is like one of the lead people at Remedy. He's like
Stairs are out.
Okay.
You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
This is not, however, his voice. Oh, hold on. Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. Are we allowed to run? Boy, this woodland is dense. Look at all this stuff. See, I want to go exploring, but I feel like we're here on work. Also, this is already more like detective stuff, like with the board and stuff.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, the FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob?
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Hello to Addie. Addie, I hope that you've had a great Thursday so far. We're just getting started in Alan Wake 2.
This is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing. You know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
I just feel like they'd have to tie you down if they're going to take out your heart. Like, I'm not sure if that's a ritual so much as it's just what you got to do. You unlocked your first key image. You can place it on the caseboard inside the Mind Palace. All right? Up allows Saga to see active clues. The key image can be selected with A and placed on the caseboard. Okay?
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Placing a key image on the caseboard begins a new line of investigation. Another body has been found in the woods near Bright Falls. Perfect timing. Need to see if this is linked to the killings we're here to investigate. When a key image is placed, it will prompt a new question. Objectives reviewable at the caseboard in your goals. Okay, investigate the crime scene. You are now free to examine the caseboard or leave to complete this objective. Find evidence. Oh, so this is specifically like we need to discover if this is consistent with the previous murders. Which, I'm going to go out on a limb. Wouldn't it be great if Saga shows them, she's like, oh, actually, this isn't the person that I'm on, so I'm going to call somebody else, and then she just leaves? This has nothing at all to do with her story. Okay, so we do have our map. And I want to get back out there, because remember, time does not stop for us. Like, right now, Saga is just staring off into space. Boy, that's an old phone. By, like, modern... Look, old TV? Okay. Rustic. Got some stuff here. And... Alright. We're heading back out. Oh, look! I think that's me. Young Saga. It could be your daughter. Like, we don't know. Oh, right! She was talking to somebody. Maybe that's, was it Logan? Is that who she was talking to on the phone? So that might be young Saga, or it might be Logan. I'm going to say it's probably Logan, because who keeps up their own childhood pictures? And then we've got... Oh, it's Sam Lake. Oh, I have no idea what that man is like, but he makes me laugh. The graphics are very good. You can collect clues from the body to progress the investigation. Okay, I think I have a clue.
Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. The killer left the heart right next to the body.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so we're going to put... I don't know if we saw any hearts, but this is consistent. Remember the bruises around the wrists? So put that there. Indicates the victim was alive when was restrained. Matches other cases. Then we got the chest trauma. Oh, right, the heart was removed, but I don't feel like they left it next to the body before. Consistent with previous killings. And I guess we'll try this.
Heart removed from chest. Strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
The clues have resolved the open question and unlocked a deduction. As you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. Check the updated goals by pressing Y. So now we're going to want to learn more about the victim and the killer. Murder matches previous cases, but interrupted. May find some new leads this time. And now we want to learn about killers and victim. Talk to someone. Find evidence. Addie is saying that they didn't really understand the story in the first one and hopes this one is more straightforward. We will discover together. I've worked hard to not know anything about this game.
Who is our victim? Who killed him?
Saga
Need to find
has
more clues.
a slight accent, but I cannot
Large
place
amount
it.
of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Also, Cara Luna was noting that he's pretty blue. It did note that all of the victims had been bloated, but I don't know if this is what that looks like. Like, I'm not like a forensic person. I don't know if he's blue because he's cold, dead, or if that's part of the bloating that they were talking about. Oh, we got something over here.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
I thought she was done talking. Let's go put these on the board. And apparently I cannot run in the mine place. Okay, so multiple sets of footprints. Yeah, those will be killers. Lots of activity here. It's unlikely that the killer was working alone. Heavy blood splatter on table. Is that more killer? Or that feels like victim information. No, she doesn't like that. All right, let's put it with the killers then.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Messy scene, crime of passion or premeditated. Maybe. I don't know. What about the... Oh, I guess I can't consider the beer and the tripod. Because very few crimes of passion involve, like, sitting around and drinking first, I would think. I don't know. That sort of feels like you were relaxing beforehand, but maybe you were just burning off some nervous energy. Okay, we can't talk to Sam.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Clues can be discovered by speaking to people as well as examining your surroundings.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Sorry, hold on just one second. All right, sorry.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
So this is 2023 then. If he went missing 13 years
I think that's
ago.
everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Okay. Well, if I'm going to think about something, I'm going to go to my case board. What's this?
This mug always cheers me up.
Not the worst, Mom. Although that's it. Like you can't like A it or anything. Pirate. Oh, by the way, it was Pirate Perseus who said that he looks a bit blue. I'd misread it. Also, does anybody want a brownie cookie before I put them away? I would like all of the brownie cookies, but I'm afraid that they might be a bit stale before I get there. So I feel like this is where we'd want to start. His name, last seen in Bright Falls 13 years ago. Why surface now? Where's he been? Well, now we can put up Casey's clue. He went off the deep
Robert
end.
Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Mental state questionable. I feel like this is just a rumor that he heard, though. Like, how... Well, I guess I trust Casey's read on people. Sounds like our victim wasn't mentally stable. It didn't feel like Casey, like, kept in touch or whatever. So do I put this... Oh. Premeditated or spontaneous. Looks new. Brought by the killers to mount a camera. Weird snuff film. Cooler and beer bottles.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
Killers waited for the victim. Oops.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
You can use profiling inside Saga's mind place to get inside the heads of victims, suspects, and victims. Using her intuition, Saga can discover new clues by profiling people of interest. Well, let's start with the missing person.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
I don't understand how she has deduced that. Based on, like, beyond the psychic message that she just got.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Alright, I just wanted to look... There was one thing on the case board there. Victim came from... Oh, well, I guess he came from the lake. That's what she just said. Profile someone. Did I not just do that? Profile the victim. Hold on. Oh, wait, no, it's not in the center? Oh, look up top. You can go to the map. Okay, so you can skip around in here if you want to. So, I need to profile somebody, but I don't... Here's Nightingale. He's the guy that's dead, as far as I know. I've already done this, and I've already done this. They're no longer yellow. They're just, like, paper-colored now. There doesn't seem to be anything else for me to do here, so maybe I have to go down to the lake? That's what she said. And we know that he came from the lake. I just don't know how she worked it out. Oh.
My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic. Mom may be gone, but whenever I read this, I feel like she's still here.
Saga, for what it's worth, I think it's important that Logan grows up seeing you do what you love, what you're great at. That will teach her so much. There will be times just like this when you question your choices, your competence, even your own sanity. When things get dark, remember to trust and love yourself as much as your family does. You won't be perfect, but I know you'll be amazing. Love you always, Mom. Look at how sharp the texture is on this card. Oh, here.
Miss you, kiddo. I'll be home soon.
Okay, Logan. Confirmed.
If only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softie Casey is.
HBD Logan? Or is that HBO Logan? Happy birthday. I'm so slow. So there he is. He's washing dishes at the happy birthday for Logan. Also, who was it? Addie was saying that, like, the picture on the caseboard of Sam Lake is freaky because his cheekbones don't look real. Sam Lake has a very, yeah, distinctive face. It would not surprise me at all if that's just a straight-up photo of the man. Okay. All right, so I feel... Wait, what's this? All right, just a reflection. I feel like we want to go down to the lake. Hold on. We can hold it to go here. So I want to go this way, I think. Yes. All right, let's go this way. I'll be right back, you guys.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Oh, that's cool. Hopefully I'm not just wandering for no reason. But maybe we'll find, like, some footprints or something. Oh, Cara Luna, we're gonna have to find out if there are coffee mugs to collect. This is apparently a no-go. All right. Well, how did Nightingale get all the way up here? He was naked and afraid and seemed to find his way just fine. Oh, we found something. Writing this down in case it happens again and I forget. I got that feeling again. It hit me suddenly at 1:15 a.m. after I'd finished my AMA on the porch of the trailer. I got in the car and drove, chasing it. Starry night, not much moon. As expected, it led me past Bright Falls to Cauldron Lake. I tried to find the right spot, the right emotion, the right thought, the combination to have it all aligned to make it happen. Terrified it would. It didn't, not this time. Frustrated but relieved. I scanned the sky for the shapes, the objects, nothing. But when I blinked repeatedly, I think I saw the afterimage of an octahedron. It faded fast. When I got ready to drive back, I felt someone watching me. Here, but not here. It's him, I know it is. Does he know I'm getting close? I'm on the right track. I was right to come to Bright Falls. And then we've got a book on UFO. UFOs and You, Ultimate Guide to Spotting Unidentified Flying Objects.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Oh, now we have to see if there's an Agent Casey or Detective Casey thing in here. How do you like the knitting hero? I had it made just for you. And then we've got teeth? No, manuscript to fragments. I got 3 of them. Manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons. Uh-oh. There are collectibles. And it's in Pistols magazine! Well, I don't have enough fragments for this. I got 3, and you need 12. So let's wait until we have 12. Why read about them if we don't even know what it is? I don't suppose I can profile anything now. Nope. Okay. Wait! I saw something new. This is... certificate. Because we saw the certificate, though, right? Yeah. I want to see.
The Mile High Strangler case. Proud of that one.
8/8/2019. Okay. Well, I mean, this was worth finding. I'm glad that we found it, but I feel like I still don't know... Oops. I still don't know how to get down to the lake. Where am I? Oh, I took the wrong thing. So let's go up and to the right, and then we'll continue on. But yeah, for Pirate Percy's, Cara Luna, others, like, I've gone out of my way to see nothing about this game. And for anybody watching, we are... Okay, that's going to take a little bit just to realize that I have to hold it down. So we do want to go left and then right. This is about a year after the game originally came out.
Anderson. Hey, let's get back to work over here, can we?
Okay, I feel like I'm very specifically being told that this is not where I'm supposed to go. Either that or I hit a time limit, but it feels like I'm wandering too far.
Welcome back, Anderson.
I feel like I'm going to get a talking to after this. So, I'm supposed to profile somebody. I can't seem to do it in the mind place. We cannot interact with Thornton. We cannot interact with Sam Lake. This is not the way that we came.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
I promise you guys I'm interested in progressing. I've been to the profiling table. I profiled both sides. She said it seemed like he came from the lake, and I thought I was supposed to go to the lake. Maybe I am.
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
The station heads are not currently available. Access is restricted without their permission.
Nice talking to you, too.
Also, for anybody that didn't see, Pirate Percy's just did recently a... I'm not sure if I should say painting or drawing, but basically an artistic representation of Apnilla's dog, Obi, with like a blanket up over his head.
They really don't want people coming in here.
Okay, I accept that. Okay. So this is what Y brings you. Charm slots let you equip charms to enhance Saga's abilities. Only charms can be equipped in the charm slots. Okay, apparently this one, Logan's charm. Oh, that's my daughter. That increases maximum health. Okay. I have a feeling I'm not going to want to take off Logan's charm. First of all, it's personally very important to Saga, and then secondly, it is...
Did you get lost, Anderson?
I'm really getting chewed out. I'm not a very good detective. Can we or should we search this, like, building? Okay. I'm going to try to head down to the lake again. If I get, like, called back at exactly the same point, then we'll know that it's not a time limit thing. Hello to Cozy Plays.
See you in a bit.
Take your time.
I'm just concerned that the goal is profile someone, and I feel like I only know 3 people, one of whom is not currently here. Whoops. Witch's Hut. I mean, we could search here, I guess, but I kind of feel like we want to go down to the lake. Can I B for flashlight? Oh, yeah! I always like it in games when you can pull out, like, your own light source. But I don't see much of anything here. Close the door, I guess. Otherwise, it's just pure creepitude. Oh, son of a bitch. Sorry, that's gonna continue happening for a bit. I want to see if we find any more, like, manuscript fragments, because those seem pretty valuable, but otherwise we're going to work our way down towards the lake. Midge told me today that her family's moving away. This sucks. I haven't even told her that I like her yet. What's the point anymore? She said her parents want to get better jobs to get her to a better school in the big city. I guess that's fair. Who wants to stay in Bright fucking Falls? So I told her, and she said, thanks. Fucking kill me. I snuck out again last night, went to the big house by the lake instead of just watching it from here like I always do. Instead of just sitting around like I always do. Screw that. Anyway, something weird is going on down there. I'm gonna go find out what. Gonna go back there tomorrow with better gear. I bet I can find a way to get inside the building, take some photos. It's gonna be epic. Is there a turn page button? Yeah, there's some stuff. So, just 5 seconds. I just want to see... Yeah, look, you guys, it's actual handwriting. Oh my god, that's so cool. Because the letters are not uniform. Look at going right here. See how the G's are different? I love it when games go to that aspect. To that amount of effort. Oh. I found some batteries. Feel like that's going to come in handy at some point. So many batteries in games lately. So many batteries, and also getting completely stuck on the very first...
A lunchbox again.
Oh.
Who's leaving these out here?
Really glad she called that out. I know things can get a little crazy around here, but if you're ever feeling scared, just remember that Alan is watching over us. Oh, and it's got like 2 hearts. They really like Alan. So do I. But we only found 1 manuscript fragment. So my sense is becoming that the lunchboxes are collectibles, whereas the coffee cups were the collectibles in the original game. Now, I'm just going to forewarn everybody, this is not going to be a 100% completionist playthrough for all of the fragments. I like looking around. I like exploring. I am absolutely going to miss a lot of the collectibles. This is not the lake,
Can't
right?
go any further.
Oh, okay.
Water's too deep.
I'm sorry. Was there something on this tree? Nope. Also, Pirate Perseus is saying, to be fair, Giggle Monkey took a picture of Obi with a blanket and just used that as a reference. It's still a fantastic picture. Witch's Ladle. There's no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape. And yet, there are many mysterious stories about the lake, it being a gloomy doorway to the underworld, or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. Legend tells us that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. The woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. Well, this sounds a little bit relevant. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf, or so the legend goes. And apparently I cannot stick my face into that and have somebody take a picture. And we cannot Cal Kestis our way through this. Have we reached the end of the path? No, I just went the wrong way again. Okay, so we'll just work our way back to the fork and then hang a left. Oh, was this the lake? No, we did come down here. This is it. It's just the difference is tap or hold. So I have nothing. We're gonna head back up there, and I absolutely don't know, because this does not look like where we woke up when we were Nightingale at the very beginning. So I feel like I don't know.
Hey, Casey. What's the forest's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Caroluna, can we tell Innertooth about that joke? I feel like it will tickle his fancy. Hammer Salamander. So, I'm not trying to be thick. I understand that it's telling me to profile someone. I feel like I mechanically don't know how to do that.
Still in one piece, Anderson. forest can be a dangerous place.
Okay, let's check this out again. So my goal is investigate the crime scene and profile the victim. We've investigated the crime scene as far as I know to do. I guess we didn't technically go down here. I guess there could be some cool stuff over here. Oh, here's a triangle.
A creepy twig sculpture?
Okay. I was just not looking in the right place.
Wonder what's inside.
Confused, follow
I should take
these
a look around for a way to open this thing.
steps. Wash your hands, take the chicken out of the fridge, take a nap. Oops. All right. Let's keep
I want
those
to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
steps in mind. I pressed B and then I didn't see what that actually said.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Also, isn't this exact deer in our mind place? So now I'm wondering if these arrows indicate something, because we saw a couple downs, a couple other downs, and now we're finding them pointing at each other or away from each other. Let this be a warning to you, fellow trespassers. They say the lake is a caldera, something formed by an erupting volcano, or the sinkholes it leaves in its wake. But what if that's not true? What if it's something else, something less natural and more man-made, intentional? I say the lake's not formed, it's designed, and it has a purpose. The lake is a hiding place. Beneath a calm surface lies a secret machinery ready to be activated at the press of a button. And the people with the button, they're in that big house by the lake, preparing. I know it. First drawing, waterline. Real caldera is made from a volcano, lava. Second drawing, waterline, engineered structure, strange machines, triple question mark. It's such a better drawing than I can do. Yeah, Casey seems like a bit of a sad sack. He doesn't like having fun, and he doesn't like leaving the crime scene unattended either. He's just gonna stay there with Thornton, glowering until Saga comes back. It's just a lot of double arrows doing different things. If I was Saga, I'd probably want to double check if it was the same brand beer.
Getting flashbacks. Remember Ohio?
Sure. The North Side Slasher. But that case was completely different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the bodies in the forest.
Wash your hands, take the chicken out of the fridge, take a nap. Oh boy. Is there a refrigerator here? Yes. Can I open it? No. I also cannot wash... Well, it's about... No, here we go. Cannot do anything there. And we can't interact with these boxes other than sliding them around. I feel like at this particular instant, I've done everything that I can right here. Okay, hold on. Let me just come on down here. Cult stash. Well, I'm glad that that's marked. And then we've got the locked door and then the FBC buzzer. So let's maybe follow down here. And we can also check out that campsite. And I probably want to get in the habit of just checking my map since I'm super good at getting turned around. No, nothing. Nothing at campsite. Oh, see, and that shut me up. I'm glad that I came back. And we already read this, and then here's the lunchbox. So, I'm going to head back up to where they are, because I don't... I usually try to find a way into the general store, but, I mean, unless they had a big sale on knives, I don't know what we're going to learn there. Then again, we might find some more manuscript pages. So, here's what I assume to be the general store. He's so sarcastic at her. Like, I don't know, Casey, we're, you know, I'm sort of doing what I can.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Okay. I don't feel like this building is accessible to me. All right, let's check out the Mind Palace again. Upgrade weapon, no. Profiling, which is what we're supposed to do. And if anybody sees anything else on this screen that I can or should be interacting with, and then we've just got this, and it does slide a little, like, paperclip down there. Then we've got...
Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years.
Yeah, we've heard that. And then we can't select the picture itself, and then this is just going to replay her deduction from before. We've got map. This is the private room. Can we go in there? No, that's so private, even Saga herself is not allowed. Victim came from... Profile somebody. Find evidence. Previous murders. I found an Alex Casey lunchbox with a manuscript fragment inside. Who does this belong to? Are there others? Yes, apparently there are. Now, this has clues 4. Is that... Maybe that's how many I've picked? Okay. Points of interest cases track objects and information that Saga has acquired to chart collection progress.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
Caroluna is turning in. Caroluna, thank you very much for hanging out. I hope you have a great night. Oh, here we go. We can put up our lunch boxes. Bright Falls area, Cauldron Lake, I assume that is, or who left these? This one came from the lake area. A note inside mentions Alan Wake. What the hell are these? And then we can put this one here as well. Note inside mentions making knitting just for me. How do they know I knit? Or maybe it's just a coincidence. Talk to someone. Find evidence. So you can get a sense for how many... yeah, look, you can see exactly how many lunchboxes there are going to be in this area. But there's a lot of spaces that we can't get to yet. So... Previous murders, but that brings me back here, and I don't have any new information. It does indicate, though, hold on, did I miss-see that? Talk to someone. Killer may be a sports person or what did it say? Sportsman or hunter. So this is who we should be doing, then, I think, actually. Can I talk to someone? Well, I only know 2 people. I know Sam, or Casey, and then this guy, and neither of them want to talk. We tried talking on the radio. No, it really wants me to know that there's something down here. Case board. X? Let's go back to Murder at Cauldron Lake. Is this the correct one? Wait, the hell? When did this get here? Nightingale... You guys, here's what I think happened. I think that when we profiled, that's where she got this information. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that that's how this worked. So, there he came from the lake. didn't think that we suddenly had a scrap of paper about this. I can feel that Nightingale came from the lake, but why now after 13 years? Where's he been? Check the lakeshore, okay.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
Pirate Percy's asking, doesn't Saga mean,
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
and hello to Brian. Brian, I hope that your Thursday's gone well.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Am I allowed to look at it? The victim was one of their own, FBI something, Robert Nightingale, gone missing, here 13 something, had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered something, brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then it's getting harder to read, actually, as it goes further in. So let's look at...
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Mm-hmm, like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here, someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
Hold on, that is awful. I don't know if this shows up on stream, but we are going to turn that off. I apologize. I forgot. Epic Games.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Manuscript pages
I
can
should
be...
profile Nightingale about this page.
Okay. It's a lot of information. So we can profile Nightingale, but I also want to read the page, like in full. And hello to Solid Chrome Hickey. I hope you're also having a great Thursday. Brian's Thursday's gone well. You guys are here very near the beginning. We're inspecting a dead body that we got to play as briefly.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Okay, manuscript pages. Play narration.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
And then you can just read it. But I feel like as we find those, we'll probably just let them go. All right, so figure out what happened to Nightingale. So I guess now we go back up to the crime scene? Or do we have new evidence? Yeah, anytime we profile now, yep, we'll always know to check evidence. This is all tutorial. Like, this is how you learn what the game is expecting of you. Footprints imaging under the rock. That's definitely where the victim came from. What? He walked through a boulder? That doesn't make sense. And then the trailer's gone cold at the boulder.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Too many unknowns doesn't make sense. Are we asking the wrong questions? So, Nightingale has something hidden inside of him. I would put that under the victim? I don't know. She doesn't seem inclined to do that. What happens if we just stick it... Oh. Anything else here?
Huh.
There's more going on here than I'm seeing. I need to examine this body properly back in town. And then we've got, I assume this is the manuscript that we picked up?
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
This is a very cozy sweater. The killer's watching us. Game on.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
You made
it's
it
all
back.
about control.
Good.
Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
This man loves coffee, and so do I. Key to the shortcut gate, yes.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Cozy Place is currently drinking coffee. Now I want coffee. It's a little late, but... So I assume, yeah, the parking lot will be up that way. Do you mind if we look for lunch boxes?
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Don't know that I'm going to search every last nook and cranny, but this seems like an area worth examining.
There's another lunchbox.
We're all in this together, hero. Have a heroic day. And we found 2 more manuscript fragments. Soon we will have 12, and that's the minimum that we need to get a weapon upgrade. But yeah, for Cozy Place, Solid Chrome Hickey, Brian, any feedback you guys have on how it looks and sounds, in particular, when a game is trending towards this quiet? I'd like to try to
Can't fit the clues all together yet.
Sure.
Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
I'm not like a psychopath. I'm just impressed by their ability to not want to look. Like right now. I feel like they would definitely want to have more tools and, you know, gloves and stuff, but just to not even, like, look. What I was saying is, this game trends towards the super quiet, and we've attempted to adjust for it. I would just like to make sure that I'm not causing a jump scare every time I speak. Suddenly it's like there's a huge volume disparity.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Oh boy. The rarest wildlife in the Pacific Northwest. I finally made my way to Cauldron Lake. The fence was easy to climb over with the proper gear and skills, which I thankfully possess. Next goal, spotting the rare and elusive orange-crowned warbler. A little late in the season, but hopefully I can catch it before it begins its journey south. I've noticed intriguing behavior in the surrounding common bird life. They seem to be alarmed and swarm around the lake. No birds of prey nearby. There are some strange sounds carried on the wind, however. Nothing I can recognize or explain. Getting a little concerned, I might have to find another spot. Somewhere safer. The sounds are getting closer. Moved inland. Foliage is stunning. Must come back in the fall. Had to stop and sketch this gorgeous vine maple. Just at the way the Methuselah beard hangs off it. This is why trees are better than people. Speaking of people, saw some drunk guy staggering around the forest earlier, acting weird. Maybe drugs? Kept my distance. Should probably find another spot. It's so annoying. After I saw that weirdo guy, I decided to change spots again. Moved up the mountain a bit, found a fantastic overlook to camp at, but I'm more interested in this Alaska onion grass. Invasive but edible and surprisingly tasty. I started hearing wolves or wild dogs or something around 10 minutes ago, but they sound wrong. Rabies? Want to leave, but the sun is going down. My stupid phone is dead. Gonna hide in the tent and hope they go away. Something's really not right about this place. I would love to be able to draw. Look at that drawing. Look at that drawing. You just do that for fun? You can just, like, pick up a pen and do that. God damn. I feel like I would never do anything but if I could do that. Pirate Perseus has to go pick somebody up. Pirate, no worries at all. Hopefully we'll still be on when you get back. And otherwise, travel safe. Solid Chrome Mickey says it's, it looks great. A little hard to hear because the dehumidifier is going. It has certainly picked up in the humidity department where we are as well. Yeah, let me search these areas up here real quick. Is there anything up here? So you guys, I'm gonna keep going to the mine place. Fortunately, it's got a near instantaneous load time, but I'm not trying to do that. And I don't feel like we can go up there anymore. Also, just for the record, this is a first playthrough.
Here we are. Okay. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
And welcome back, Princess Casey.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
So the first thing you do in any game is you immediately turn around to see what's back here. Saga, like, I can't quite work out when she drops her R's. This building was constructed as a part of one of the early settlements in the greater Bright Falls area. Built in 1898, the building has been both in private and public use throughout the years and has bravely stood the test of time. In 2015, it was carefully taken apart and relocated here in downtown Bright Falls, where it was rebuilt into its original glory log by log. The Elderwood Palace Lodge reopened in Bright Falls in 2016 and has served its customers faithfully ever since. Oh, I really didn't think this was going to open.
So sleepy. Just a few more days.
Mr. Lincoln, I presume? No, I have no questions for this person.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Hey, you don't mind if I just walk back here? FBI. So I'm just saying, if it's 2023, that's a really big monitor for last year. Oh, but did I say welcome back to Princess Casey? Princess Casey has cookies. Oh, you guys, I absolutely recognize this hallway. Symbols on the door a little bit different, but yeah, no, I remember this place.
That concludes our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Maine Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town, and I'm sure you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So, I reached out to a top meteorologist for a weather update. She never responded, but I have her Uncle Tapio on the line from Watery. Tapio, are you there?
Yes?
Great. And Tapio, what kind of weather can we expect today?
Rain.
That definitely seems to be on the menu. How about over the next week?
Also rain.
Right. Care to elaborate? Any chance the sun will poke out in time for Deerfest?
No.
Well, Deerfest is coming, rain or shine. And that parade lineup is looking dandy as ever.
Yes, I like this parade because they have one float in the shape of a swan. Long neck and everything. A very large swan.
Ah, so you're a fan
Okay,
of
I'm not
swans.
gonna listen to this man talking about swans.
Right, well, that's our time. We'll be right back after this next song by the rock and roll sensation, National Nightmare.
All right, I wasn't sure how long that was going to go on, or if it might be like something that comes up. Regarding Cauldron Lake, look into news and rumors, focus on 2010. Oh, here's somebody doing the same thing that I am. Cross-reference with old case files from NYC Cult, similarities and commonalities in methodology, part of a series. Find out the name of good coffee from Diner. Oh, the coffee is such a running thing already. And yes, I've seen Twin Peaks. I get the coffee. I understand the fascination of coffee. All right, so we've seen that. Also, this looks like a very cozy tub, doesn't it? Maybe it's just the wood paneling, because I gotta say, it does seem a little bit short by my standards. I got long legs, but seems pretty comfy. Very rustic with the wood paneling. So I'm gonna have to say that anything that happened in the first Alan Wake and also Control is gonna have to be accessible for conversation, because it's all part of one big trilogy. I don't think that that's any sort of a surprise. Don't think that's like a spoiler to say that, yeah, there's some Alan Wake in Control. Hello. I hope you don't mind me barging in. You doing okay? This specific hallway is incredibly reminiscent of a space that Jesse Faden explores in Control. And each of these doors lead to a different place, and it was specifically the Alan Wake DLC added like an additional door to check out. I feel a little bit self-conscious just blasting that flashlight into people's faces.
I can't get through this.
I'm not going to be surprised if a bunch of these doors open up later on. I hear the coffee here is pretty good. No, he is completely unbothered by having a witness to this. All right. Hey, everybody's got to practice. Oh, I'm getting welcomed back by Casey outside. Okay, let's... We don't need to explore every...
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Every square inch of the place today.
Hello.
Hey. I guess that's it. The local town greeter. So we are interviewing witnesses at the diner, which is... Is it the Oh Dear Diner?
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care. How much do you have? Not enough. That's all much.
Oh dear. Cute.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fast off.
Let me guess.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Wait, we're not allowed to ask about what he plainly just got shushed about? Also, it feels a little bit weird. These guys are having a hell of a breakfast show.
Down, Ed. You know how touchy these rural types can be.
Look at this person.
Profiling is the key.
Yeah, no, I bet it is. But these two, the surrounding tables. Welcome back to Pirate Percy's. All right, so we... Oh, are we profiling? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So, interview the witnesses. Did I not already do that? So let's go to profile. Manuscript pages. I feel like I've already done that. Oh, the Bookers. That's who we're going to profile.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
Oh, and then, okay, so the tapes and the audio, if we wanted to review it. Okay. Well, again, one thing that we've learned is when you profile, you go to the case board. The profiles turn into evidence. Unless they don't. Unless they're in a different case. So, the previous murders, maybe? Yeah, okay, so we've got some evidence here. What do we have? The Bookers describe multiple attackers wearing deer masks and chanting and tearing into the guy with knives. So that would go under killer profile.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
This might... Yeah, this is a font. Not that it matters because it's not handwritten in the world, but this is a font where some of the other ones we found was actual handwriting, and I think that's the coolest shit ever when they do that.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Not a lone killer, but an organized group, the cult of the tree. This case got much more interesting. I should open a new file, start fresh. And we'll do that with Murder at Cauldron Lake. I think. Or is this... No, this is what we're doing. Right, this is sort of our whole thing. So... The cult of the tree. Background cases accumulate clues about broader, ongoing topics.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Hello to Azaric! Azric, you're here very early into Alan Wake 2. We're just now learning about the Cult of the Tree. And my Thursday has gone very well. I hope that you're having a good Thursday, too. The cultists were wearing deer masks. That would go under... what kind of cult? There's their psychology. If they're hiding their faces, they aren't established enough to operate openly. Connection to Deerfest. And then the triangle figure is made from twigs. No, it doesn't go there. So, cult goal? Maybe under what kind of cult? What's the purpose? Marking territory? A warning? Feels derivative, like something out of a horror movie. I don't know. Not many horror movies happen in the woods, though. And then the Alex Casey lunchboxes are here. Do I need to... I didn't find anything new, did I? Oh, apparently I did. Right, okay. So we're going to put up our lunchbox. What do they mean, who left this one about Hero? Alright, so now we're still interviewing them. Maybe I have more questions. Hold on. We're going to say, I think you found something. And remember that the gentleman there said, and then we found ... and she hushed him up. It's not like, I think you found something. Why don't you go ahead with what you were saying, sir?
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
What the hell? Grumpy's gonna head home. Okay, can I just say that if I had some sort of like a traumatic event in my past, whether I was blocking it out or not, and somebody came up to me and just like announced it to me and then like, by the way, how are you? I would not get along with that person. I do feel like we have some more evidence to put up, but maybe we should wait until we have some more. Don't touch the bear. The jukebox is out of order. Poor old thing never... Sorry, can only take so much of the same song being played over and over and over. I'm as big a fan of Coconut as the next person, but come on. Is that the lime in the coconut from when the two guys were here in the diner?
So, Rose, help me out. How do you think we know each other?
We all know each other around here. It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
Guess I just have one of those faces. Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately? Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious. But soon enough, there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deerfest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Good to know.
Also, like, I just feel like if I was Saga, I would have like a really bad feeling about this woman extremely confidently just announcing that my child was dead and then want to call them. Employees only? Yeah, Saga goes where she wants. FBI.
Rest easy, buddy.
Grumpy is heading home if I didn't say that a moment ago. Grumpy, please drive safe. If we can keep you company, I just want to see if there's anything behind the door. Oh, also, I don't know if we have Azric. I'm very curious if Azric is going to play and or stream Spider-Man, Miles Morales, or Spider-Man 2. Because I feel like it's 3 for 3 of games. I can't
force it open.
That if he hasn't played and or streamed, he'd really, really like. Out of order.
I need a tool to get this open.
We could try the shortcut key. I really don't think so, but no. Okay. Oh, map. Bright Falls map. We did it. So I am here. Conversation, new choices. Okay, well, that's helpful. Do we talk to these folks? Ah, here we go.
A cult murdering a man is pretty extreme. Why didn't you tell the police what you saw?
We did. We told those 2 idiot deputies. They didn't listen. And they wanted to throw Ed and I in jail for that murder. You know, Bright Falls is just Alabama with bigger trees.
This is my case now, and no one is throwing you in jail. If you need anything else, just come to me.
Got it. Thank you, Saga.
Yeah, but also don't, like, withhold evidence from the police. At least not from me. I understand what she said.
We're not being arrested?
We're all good, Ed. You can ease up now.
Okay, let me just double check. Okay, so we now... Oh, right, I can just do this. There's 2 locks. Locked door and screw... Oh, it tells you what you need. Okay, so I need a screwdriver. And... there's nothing else here. We can go to Sheriff's Station, I think. Turns out Saga has some pre-advanced knowledge of what is interesting and how many locked doors there are when we get there.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
Hey.
I absolutely want to look around.
So
but
we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
The color and the lighting in this game looks great. What I was about to...
About morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
We'll have time to look around the station later.
Okay. Let's take a look at outpatient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me? The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem.
Oh, okay, so we do have
It doesn't
some
add up.
floating.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
The handwriting's really bad on the hearts.
Manage that.
All right, so it does seem like we've got something to put up already. I don't know if we're on the right case. We probably want to switch back to Murder at Cauldron Lake. All right, examination of Nightingale.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Is there anything to learn from the body? Well, we've got all this stuff. So... let's start with the chest ripped open. That seems like the most salient point. As I suspected, it looks like something was put in here. We've also got some defensive wounds. Looks like Nightingale put up a fight before they restrained him. Can we do the restraining, or... smudge text under the victim's skin. Let's go with like the order doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to get them in the order that she would. No? Really? Well, that's true. It's not really there. Bloating of joints indicates long-term water exposure.
Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated, waterlogged.
Hello to Inner. Inner, we are investigating a corpse. Can we learn this from the body? Yes. Did the killers write this on the heart? Well, it could have been some unrelated passerby to whom it may concern. Either that or the victim did it to his own heart, and that takes dedication.
Huh. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Tattoos on body and heart? How did the killers have time? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's the weird thing, that they would have gotten interrupted in a way where they didn't, like, keep the heart, but not interrupted from writing on the heart. Also, Innertooth has found stir-fry all over my bed this morning. I must have been sleepwalking again. I misread it at first. It's sleepwalking. Cult of the Tree? Yes? So, Inner, I'm not sure if you've played or seen any of this. I'm playing it for the very first time. It's very detective-y, which I didn't know. I really didn't expect that this was the way that it would go. Cult necklace with a triangle symbol. That would go towards cult symbols. Jewelry can be used as a subtle indicator of membership, but this isn't subtle. A badge of pride. I don't know, if I saw somebody wearing that, I wouldn't necessarily think, oh, that's a cult symbol. Okay, do we have anything else that we think? I don't think so.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait!
Sheriff?
What the hell? Show me the clicker.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page set to get into the light.
Try to stay in the light to avoid being detected by enemies. Can I just say that even in a game called Alan Wake 2, this has really taken some unexpected turns. Holy shit.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Safe havens will restore some of your health. If you leave or attack from a safe haven while in combat, it will become temporarily unavailable.
Gotta move. Now.
Oh, I thought that actually, came back into the hallway. You aim by holding left trigger and right trigger to fire.
Vanished.
I don't know if I should press A or if something else is going to happen here. I also don't know if this is copyrighted music, so it's always... Oh, it definitely is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bounce on this then. No, I don't want to miss out on all of this stuff. Oh, Piro's thing is that it's not copyrighted. Okay. No, Twitch can still get a little bit weird and mute things, though, so I will let it play. This is a really strong start, and it's so much different than I expected to. It's not DMCA, they've cleared it for streaming, that is. Thank you for Piro. Yeah, Twitch on occasion will still like auto-mute non-DMCA'd music. So I still want to be a little bit careful about just like letting it play out. But if there's any dialogue or something, I'll dial it down. Interesting the way that so I was expecting it to work a little bit more like the first Alan Wake, where like I'd have to like wear down his shadow armor first. Not so far. Maybe that comes up later. Please don't spoil anything. But yeah, no, just 2 in the head. Put down the bad guy. Let's see, anything else? Game looks amazing so far. It's hard to say like the use of color and like light in the environments was really good. Also, your guys' thoughts on volume here over the music. Like if I'm just drowned out in a sea of notes, that would be something that I might want to adjust here. But yeah, I think we'll probably break up the episodes, like by like episodes of the stream, like of this playthrough, by the episodes in the game. That's what I did for the original Alan Wake, and it worked out really, really well for sort of like keeping pace with the story and stuff. Seems okay to me. The volume is great. Thank you guys. Anytime you're setting up to stream a brand new game, especially something that has like some higher end specs, it's always such a balancing act to get it like correct, and there's a lot of guesswork because, as we said at the beginning of Resident Evil 4, which was just the last game that we streamed, you don't want to play deep into like a big spooky game. So I think I'll advance. So far we just have sort of like blurry submerged images, and I want to sort of like move ahead. I'm sure it's a great song, but you know, this is part of the soundtrack, I'm sure. So we'll bounce ahead here. The music was all made specifically for the game, by the way, probably why they could easily clear it against the DMCA strikes. Yeah, and if something does happen, you can appeal it. I've never tried to do that, and I don't know what the turnaround time is. I'd hate to not have the episode up promptly, but it's very valuable information, Pew. I really appreciate it. All right, so we might continue here. Oh, the sudden silence.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're going to do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose.
Boy, these two just slide straight into X-Files territory.
There's one of the pages on the floor.
All right, let me just check one thing. I just wanted to check in options under controls here. Yeah, no, everything's up where it should be. All right.
These pages are important. Breaker dropped one before he disappeared.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Okay, that's definitely not the complete page. So why don't we... Yeah, hold on. Let's start with what happened before. We already read the message.
The autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her under the light, lurched past her. The Taken could not see into bright light. The light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flick the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker, lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head. The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror. Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too. Nightingale was, but wasn't a Taken, a creature of darkness. He was beyond her reach, where some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. This place and the dark place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it, a flood of darkness, soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. The page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster before he killed again. Her job, he'd be inside, waiting for her.
All right, and then we've also got... Oh, the radio that I think we got from the end of chapter. All right. Actually, super quick. Hide from Nightingale's done. Figure out where Nightingale went. Yeah, we probably want to, like, let people know about that guy. If you're stuck or unsure how to proceed, don't forget to check the Mind Palace. Well, I feel like we worked that out. Okay, more batteries.
Must be locked from the other side.
Oh, also, I didn't really place him when he had his hat on, but when Sheriff Breaker took off his hat, that's Sean Ashmore, right? There's two Ashmores. There's Sean Ashmore, and then there's the other one, whose name I'm forgetting right now. But it was one of the Ashmores, and I think it was Sean. Pretty brief cameo, sadly.
I can't force it open.
Although it does raise some questions on how this might relate to Quantum Break, because of course he was. Oh, really? Are these double doors locked? Okay. Well, let's follow along then, and then see what we can find. No other corpses are coming up and strangling us. That's blocked from the other side. It might be one of those things we have to, like, look in the window and then shoot out whatever's barricading it. I feel like in the real world, I would just shove these aside. They probably could just be split apart. And then this is locked. Yep. And then this down here is out of order. So now I will check the map, because honestly, I'm not really sure. Oh, unless I'm supposed to go to the Mind Palace. It did say if you're stuck. Yeah, I don't have the map for this area yet. So let me go to the Mind Palace. Figure out where Nightingale... Oh, maybe I am supposed to go to the case board. Performing rituals to create monsters. So that would be their goal. Who's involved? Cult goal. I don't have an explanation for this. How are they doing this? What the hell's here? Well, yeah, the ritual writing seems like it would fit into the ritual. Text tattooed on the victims. Manuscript page found inside. Writing has some significance here. Well, this seems pretty significant. They literally put it where his heart used to be. A page where his heart should be. Text tattooed on the missing heart. Can't be a coincidence. Nightingale was the only victim to become a monster. Well, the only one that we know of. The others were found years ago. Then again, I guess they probably kept their bodies. Victim of cult killing became a monster, but he was the only one. So this is going to go to... That's not really a writing thing, though. Who's involved? No. Yeah, it's not really writing related. Where do these go, do you think? It's not going to be in occult psychology. What kind of cult? Is it a necromantic cult? No. Cult symbols. Is a naked man one of your symbols? No. Cult goal? Well, but this goes to, like, making monsters, though. Hold on. I feel like it would go... Nope. Yeah, see, it's not going to go there. We've already tried that. Who's involved? This might go in the other case. Yeah, it might go in the murder at Cauldron Lake case. Nightingale attacked us. He sure
The
did.
dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
Where did he go? Now we've got all this information. Oh, and it's straight off the page. According to the page, it sounds like Nightingale went back to Cauldron Lake and he's a Taken. The overlap. What? These pages aren't making any sense. Okay, but what about the fact that dude is a monster? Like, does that not factor into this at all? Maybe you can't use that yet. I guess I have what I need, which is... But it doesn't say to put it in later. Where do you think this would go? It's not under who's involved. Cult symbols. I'm just zooming out. It's not part of writing. It's not part of the ritual. Yeah, you can see it sort of magnetizes when it's something there. And it's not a... Oh. I guess it was a cult goal. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Need to dig into this. There must be an explanation. So there's one other thing down there, and this isn't it. So this is the only... Oh, this should be under the other victims, I would think. Previous cases. But it doesn't have anything listed for this. Oh, that case is solved. We did it. Okay. That's our main case. That's solved. And it doesn't say anything about having clues, so figure out where Nightingale went. Maybe I have to profile Nightingale? No. All right. No. Cult ritual. There we go. Nightingale is the only victim to become a murderer. A monster. His murder matched the other victims. Why didn't they become monsters too? Okay, now I've put up all of my clues. So, I guess I'm just a little troubled. Oh, hold on, we see it.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Patikin! Patikin, thank you so much for the raid and the resub. I really appreciate it. Wow, 6 months in advance. Patikin, that's huge. Thank you very, very much.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay? Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
You guys have eyes, right? Like, you knew this person.
But that's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Well, yeah, right.
No reaction to that woman. That's weird.
Easy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff appeared? Like poof? He's gone like magic? Magic's not...
Can't open this with my bare hands.
I'm
not supposed to have a chat with these guys, right?
Monsters aren't real, and magic's definitely not real. Knew that.
Oh, well, they are at least, like, recognizing the fact that that's a body. Patikin did the 6 months during September. Well, Patikin, I really appreciate it. How was Star Wars today? As you can see, we are very, very early in Alan Wake. I think this is episode 2. Of the game, I mean.
Oh dear. I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. If only had a tour guide also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear. Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow. Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine. And I'm here to give you the tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Janko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government. And that's why, at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours, we say, fuck the government. We have bolt cutters. Oh, wow. You think of everything. And we'll take you anywhere. Hiking through the scenic Elderwood National Park. Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Bright Falls Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak. The tour of a lifetime is just one phone call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this limited edition Oh Dear Diner coffee thermos.
Nothing says I'm a real outdoorsman like not having any footage at all of you being outdoors. Just in your soundstage. Hey, do you hear about everybody dying downstairs? Yeah, gunshots and all. Oh, maybe you're writing a report about that. Coffee cup mascot costume. Somewhere in tear. Hot $50 if you want to dress up like a coffee. Pirate Percy has never seen a bird look more real. Also, who had just watched Blade Runner? Inner just watched Blade Runner 2049. I thought that movie had really, really great production values. It really looks great.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
I am slightly, and I only mean slightly, disappointed that we no longer seem to have the sheriff receptionist who is extremely obviously that woman from Twin Peaks. Like, or, sorry, somebody doing, I believe, a very, very close impression of her. I've forgotten the actor's name, unfortunately. Patine found all those commercials, by the way. I know one of you is stealing the toilet paper. I've been counting them, and there's an entire roll missing every day from stock. Theft is taken seriously around here. It's a sheriff's station, for Pete's sake. One of these days, I'm going to catch you red-handed, and you better believe that you're getting thrown out. What a disgrace you are. And then in red text, what kind of nut counts toilet paper rolls? Sounds like you got too much time on your hands. As long as they also have soap on their hands, I feel like it is forgivable.
It won't open.
How many times do we have to do this, Walter? Huh? I'm at my wit's end with you.
I want out! Something bad's going down. I can feel it. Let me out!
You think this is the client for that lawyer up front? Oh, she could be any of these people.
I like throwing you in jail every other day. No, I don't. Do you have any idea how much paperwork you're causing me? What's a lot?
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, KC?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case, whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
And hello to Raz. Raz, I hope you're having a great Thursday. You were here for the very, well, I guess now chapter 2, episode 2 of Alan Wake. The car can be used to travel between locations. Yes, I in fact use my own car to do that.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer.
All right, let me just take a quick look here. This is where we are. Point of interest or investigation. Hold on. If there's going to be investigation points here, we might as well look at them. Let me just double check that I'm on. Yeah. So it looks like the right way.
Mercado won't roll over on the issues.
Okay. I trust. Okay, that was apparently the investigation point. So there's some locked doors in the lodge. There's the screwdriver that we need at the Oh Dear Inn. And okay, now I don't see anything else, so I feel okay about moving forward. Can I look down from this? No, I can't. Yeah, it doesn't scroll further than this. So goals is just track the Nightingale at Cauldron Lake. Let's hit it. Oh, really? Patigan, I didn't know that the voice actor who plays Alex Casey passed away. I didn't realize that. That's really sad. I know the face actor is Sam Lake, but I didn't know that the voice actor had passed.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story. The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
They might talk again at any moment. Patikin was saying that the actor who plays Casey here also played Max Payne and Trench
I've been thinking more.
in Control. I'm very sorry to hear about his passing. He's really good in all of those games, and like Max Payne is a he's intentionally over the top, just like Alan Wake is intentionally over the top. Like these are larger than life, more vibrant characters. Raz is also saying this game looks amazing. It really does, Raz. Like it's absolutely gorgeous with the lighting and the texture work and just the materials work, like how the light like reflects and bounces off of stuff. It really looks spectacular.
About the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing, huh?
Hello, Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business, fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
I gotta respect the hustle. This guy never stops selling.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater, Saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Ulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by.
You guys, the Federal Bureau of Control. Like, I absolutely did not put together FBC earlier.
Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
That's all I've got for the moment.
Okay. Also, I didn't know that she was wearing a sweater. I mean, I know that she does in the in the Beyond place, but I didn't. I was only looking at her from behind here with the big FBI coat. By the way, Pirate Persis was saying this is making me want to get the game. On PC, this is an Epic exclusive, and then on, as Patikin said, it's on PlayStation 5 and I think Xbox as well. Clear signs of tampering. Signal was rerouted into a transmitter that is not one of ours. I fixed it so any alerts will come our way, but it's definitely concerning. I'll make a report for the investigations department. Leaving this here in case I'm not the next person to fix this thing. If you're reading this, check for tampering. We may want to put a more secure metal casing around the whole thing so that the raccoons can't get to it anymore. Stephen Lin, Chief Technician. So I will say that one thing I'm not going to remember is, was there a Stephen Lin in Control? Okay. But I already went here. I'm just going to double check because this is our first time like revisiting an area. Okay, nobody stuffed it full of new upgrade parts. Raz is saying, I'm struggling to decide the next game after finishing Final Fantasy 16, and this just gave me another idea. What do you guys think of Alan Wake 1? Is the remaster worth it?
Let's get to the murder side, Casey.
So, Raz, and I might get interrupted by dialogue. From what I've seen of Alan Wake Remastered,
A lot of things about
it looks really, really great, but does also have some progression blocking bugs that are extremely annoying. At least one of them, the Patikan really struggled with, and as far as I know, still has not been patched. The original Alan Wake is much less expensive. Mia just started playing it. She just did her episode 1 yesterday, so you could like look at it and know that the remastered edition looks a lot sharper, but ultimately might be more irritating to try to play. That said, I would absolutely do Alan Wake and Control before doing Alan Wake 1.
about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve.
And Patikan saying that he only encountered one sort of like progression blocker. Yeah, it's so annoying that they haven't fixed that. I don't know anything about game development.
Our
I can't.
crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
Like, obviously I'm not very far into this, but the way that Remedy does their storytelling, I just feel like trying to skip directly to this one would be detrimental to the overall experience. And Alan Wake it's not a super long game, and it's pretty cheap.
Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around, learn what this ritual is. After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else.
Also, Pierre was saying that the game looks... Oh, yes, Patikan had asked, like, what the settings are. So this has everything dialed up except for the path tracing, which there's no setting that makes that
Bare
functional.
Feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
The path tracing options in this game, I just want to look over here real quick. The path tracing options in this game drop the frame rate by 90%. And maybe with... Oh, you guys, maybe the necklace. Because the necklace that I found were 2 down arrows. And maybe, was it in here? Because we've got the 2 up arrows next to each other. 2 up arrows, unless Saga turns her head upside down. Well, this wasn't here. Oh, no, it is. Okay. I saw that. Yeah, there's the 2 down arrows. Does this mean anything to me since I have the necklace? No. Also, Raz, at least at one point, Alan Wake Remastered was included with Alan Wake 2. I have no idea if that is still true, so I would look very carefully at it, because that might have been a limited time thing. Also, between here and the end of the year, there will be an autumn sale and a winter sale, and there can be like some coupons that come with it on Epic Games, so I would... You're right at the best time of year where it's going to be... No. Hold on, why... Oh, here it is. Right, I still don't know what to do with this. Follow the steps, wash hands, take chicken out of fridge, take a nap. I did not pay attention to the fact that this had a second thing. So wash hands might be double down? Or maybe it's 2 down, like that. Like you're pushing... No, you're rubbing your hands together. Yeah, hold on. We'll do rub your hands together. And then take the chicken out of the fridge. Can I zoom in on this at all? No. Take the chicken out of the fridge. Maybe that's double down, because you're sort of like, with your hands, you're removing 2 things. And then what was the third one? Shoot, I don't remember. Take a nap. Take a nap is going to be... That? Take a nap. I don't think I'm gonna... I don't understand this. Oh, wait. The symbol's in the thing. Hold on.
Hey, Logan's birthday is coming up. I need toy ideas.
Toys. She's 14, Casey.
Okay, so what do I get her?
Get her a book. Something weird and dark. Maybe that'll get her back into reading.
Okay, you guys, it's the symbols in the thing. So, take the chicken out of the fridge is the hourglass. Take a nap is arrows pointing away from each other. And then wash your hands is going to be probably the one here. This is the only sink that we see, yeah? Wait, where's the sink? I may have immediately moved it. Okay, so here's the sink. Sink is... Is there a different sink around? I don't know. Well, then again, maybe we can just work it out through trial and error. Because we know 2 of the 3. Yeah, if we need to, we can just brute force it. So, hourglass and... arrows pointing away from each other. Hourglass, this one was. And then arrows pointing away from each other. There. So now if we just spin this around, it should open up at some point. No? Shoot. Yeah, so I've been around a couple times. I thought that maybe it would disengage on its own. Hold on, if I... Let me just look at this again. Take chicken out of fridge is hourglass, right? Did I get the order wrong? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get, like, caught up on this, but the fridge is hourglass. The nap is...
Maybe I should call David. See how Logan's doing.
They're fine, Anderson. What's got you so worried?
I just feel bad being gone so long. I've never taken a case this far from them.
They can manage without you for a few days.
I would absolutely call my family based on what she's already been through. Take a nap is the arrows pointing away from each other. Is that where I put it? Yes. And then that's the hourglass. So, see, it's only left and right. It's not like press A to, like, open it up that I see. And you would think that it would just disengage if you had 2 of the 3, which means I've still got something wrong. Yuck. What the hell am I missing? This has got to be it, though. This is a cooler. It's not a refrigerator. What's weird is that the sink doesn't have a symbol on it. Is there a different sink in here? Oh, there's a different sink in here. Okay, so now we know that the diagonal one... Okay, I wasn't looking at enough sinks. So now we know that. Wash your hands is... What was it, the first one? Is that the only one that's diagonal?
Notes and ammo.
I
Looks
have
like they're tools of the trade.
no idea why that suddenly disengaged. Don't take anything if you aren't one of the trees. Well, I've got to make like a tree and get out of here, so I am exactly like the trees. And just 5 seconds. Hello to Maxine. Maxine, thank you so much for the Gigantomote. Let me just scroll back here. I just want to make sure. Patikin's going to get this game on PC. Sure before. Wasn't sure, but has now played it on the PS5. I think it's still a thing. I don't see it as a bonus. Raz says, good to know. AWR is included in some AW2. Because I already have the remaster. It might save me about a couple bucks if I pay attention. Yeah, I would definitely double check. Oh, Cozy Plays has it better. Gotta make like a tree and branch out. Oops. Hi. I went the wrong way. I get so mixed up. Oh, and hold on. Actually, there's 2 points of interest here. Now that we look... Wait, where am I? I want to turn 180 degrees and then come back here. That was cool because I didn't... Maybe the lock was not available at all before, or maybe I just didn't notice it, but then it was like... Okay, well, like, is this sort of like a visual logic puzzle? Like, oh, you rub your hands together. Maybe that's the symbol for, like, wash hands. And then it occurred to me, no, wait a second. The house right behind me is littered with these symbols. They have to match up. So I like that sort of, like, learning what's up. I have no idea what the point of interest is here. But we're really close to 1. Like, it's like basically this tree. And if I can't do it right now, like, it might be a comeback later. Yeah, I don't see anything. So let's just go ahead. Let's go down to Cauldron Lake. Okay, again, I'm bad at navigation, so... Oh, also, it might be around the other side. Those, points of interest. Maybe you, like, get into the general store from this angle.
This is a good case so far, don't you think?
Cases aren't good or bad, Anderson. They're just cases.
Okay, sure. But you have to admit, this one is particularly interesting.
I've seen better. Collect. Large amount of... Okay. Well, I guess they were playing cards here. Oh, do we think this is part of the cult then? Like they were hanging out in this old abandoned general store? I'll say this, Patikin. The most curious thing about the PC version so far is the volume. Apparently it's well balanced, which I really appreciate that feedback. It took some doing to get it there. Monday 9/3, some suspicious activity spotted. The fielder thought he saw movement in the bushes. Footprints around the area were found, but some were compromised by the fielder. Note to self, train the fielder. Tuesday 9/4, nothing to report, some animals. 9/5, hunters out after dark. Poachers? Heard some gunshots, not one of ours. Gotta keep an eye on these people. They could get more than they bargained for out here. That apparently doesn't qualify as evidence for Saga. Okay, do we think that we got the points of interest? No, neither of them. Maybe it's all behind this door. Oh, well, now it's going to be on our map, so we'll know... Yep, we know there's a locked door. But, curiously, like, the other point of interest does appear to be on this side. Yeah, dead ahead. This map is helpful for showing off just how lousy I am at finding anything. Cracked open safe. I just played Chasing Static. Yeah, jerry cans. See, I would have just called those gas cans earlier in my life, prior to about 48 hours ago. I don't know what the point of interest is here yet. I see nothing. And, well, I guess not a lot of reason to continue lurking around. It's just a bit strange that it wants to call my attention to this. No, I've been over this 4 times. I'm not finding whatever it is. Okay, let's stop back later. I have a feeling that we have some opportunities to visit and revisit. So I want to go the opposite way, and then, yeah, down to the lake. Batikin says that the volume was low on console as well. I'm not sure if they changed it since he played. Pirate Percy says that that handwriting looks extremely similar to his. Yeah, speaking of the handwriting, it's just... a lot of games just, like, use a font to represent handwriting. And that's fine. Like, most people are never going to notice. They're not going to care. I get it. And it's fine. But that means that when I see that a game took the opportunity to have a human being write it out...
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd you go from here? I can feel something. A presence. Nightingale isn't far.
Okay, it specifically told me to be mindful of nearby threats. Oh. When a game company takes the time to have somebody physically write it out with their hand and then scan it in to be a texture in the game, I want the people that did that to know that I noticed it. And I really appreciate that, because it's... Can I reload, by the way? Okay. Okay, we've read this.
What is that? Seems like it's reacting to the light. These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it.
You can toggle flashlight boost RB to increase damage to darkness and burn through dark substance.
My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
I'm not currently being hunted.
The fuse was in place. She found it among the junk in the forest. Saga stepped inside the witch's hut. something rushed through her. A presence. Familiar. She couldn't quite place it. Something long forgotten. She tried to hold on to it, but it was already gone. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe, like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee thermos, a shoebox, a mop and a bucket, a poster on the wall, and in the cabinet, another manuscript page.
Oh God, I'm not going to remember those. Coffee thermos, shoebox, mop and bucket, poster on the wall, and in the cabinet, another manuscript page. Okay, so let's profile Nightingale about the overlap.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's Ladle?
Okay, and we already saw that. Apparently there's 6 ads in total. So that's everything. Locate the witch's hut. Well, the good news is the witch's hut is on the map. Also, I bet Saga really appreciated me doing the profiling while she was standing knee-deep in brackish water. Probably felt great in her shoes. So I want to go... Okay, we just go back this way. Pirate Percy feels like a side notebook might be helpful in this game. You would be... Usually I will talk about it. Like, because I can't, like, play and write down a note really quick at the same time. So a lot of times, like, I will, you know, talk aloud as I'm, like, making a physical note of something for myself. But you'd be surprised maybe at how many games I think benefit from having a side notebook. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep checking the map because I'm so bad at this. I feel like my flashlight is like...
This is the witch's hut.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
The page described the hut being lit. And mentioned a fuse.
Well, I don't see anything inside to light or whatever else, but a fuse makes me think... I like... Alan said, like, the fuse, like a fuse, like, on a wick or something like that, but he might have just meant, like, an electrical fuse. The witch's hut. Here lived the witch of Cauldron Lake. Beware her spirit may still haunt this place. And... I don't get the sense that there's a lot of electrical power running to this place, so I think it's much more of like a light the way with a candle or something, but let me just take a quick look around here. The witch's hut is that way. And this is down as far as deep as she'll go. Oh, wait. Yeah, in the first Alan Wake, your flashlight would recharge over time if you weren't, like, blasting it at somebody. But based on the meter that we've got down there at the bottom right, I'm thinking that in this game you're going to have to replace batteries. Okay, so we're supposed to light this up with a fuse. Is there anything on the back of the sign that maybe I missed? No. Get the lights working in the witch's hut. The other thing, though, is, like, what lights? Do you guys, like, this is a rhetorical question, but I don't see, like, a lantern. There's that fuse, hold on, candle, but this isn't like the Goonies. We can just shoot at some gasoline and light it on fire. I feel like we would need a match. Do I have anything like that? No. Nope. Wait, hold on. What's items? I didn't look at this. Charm bracelet. Has hooks to attach charms to. Okay, nothing like that. Also, I thought there were 2 up arrows. 2 down arrows, rather. I didn't realize that I picked up a necklace for 2 up arrows. Whatever. Derp.
The fuse box is missing a fuse. I need to find one to turn on the lights.
Well, the only place that this would seem to have, like, electrical juice would be the power substation, the monitoring station.
This fuse is busted.
Or maybe just in a random pile of trash around. The thing that, okay, we read... Nope, we definitely read that. I remember the fucking kill me. We got this with all of the Easter eggs.
This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
The break room is a place where you can save your progress. And you do it on the coffee mug. Let's do a manual save. I haven't done a manual save yet. And in the cupboard, another page.
Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
I assume that's through the hole in the tree, would be my guess. Like, we're replacing the page that we found with a different one, but let's look here. Triangle carving. Oh, and by the way, I did see, I think it was Piru noted that the clues will always go on the board where they are visible. So that's very helpful. Just in terms of, like, how the world goes. Triangle carving. So this should go under the idea, the symbology. Yep. Some kind of signature. Do they intend for this body to be discovered, or just an idle carving? And then we've got large amount of supplies laid out on a table. That's gonna go... Who's involved? Like, a lot of people are involved? No. Cult psychology? Yeah, they might be preppers. There's a lot of equipment just laying around. How long have they been out here? And then it does look like we have something else. Here's our cult stash. We could put this one up.
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
In Cauldron Lake, that's where we found that one. Okay, and then we'll go back to cases and the murder at Cauldron Lake.
Spend time on old questions.
I'm not doing this, by the way. It's possible that I fell far enough behind that she's just like, I'm going to put all this up. The tree could mean the witch's ladle, but what's it a threshold to the overlap? Footprints. Yeah, I should have put this in earlier. Okay, I'm going to be more careful because she sort of like filled all of this out. She said like, don't waste time on old questions. We found the fuse. This is implying that light can affect reality. Nightingale was chased off by my flashlight. Okay, why does it feel like it's still pointing me here? We still got that dot. Oh.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual.
What is the ritual? So what do we like? I don't know which of these might be first.
Huh. Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now?
Oh, I hadn't noticed that.
To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign.
Okay, I thought that the heart was like the page, so I'm glad that we stuck in here to do it. So let's do some profiling.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist leaned close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more. Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store, the witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge. I need to check the general store for the heart. Casey, I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
By the time the divorce was over, she took everything except my bones.
We are going to... Ugh. I'm so sorry about this cursor. Like, you'll watch. See me put it away? It's just going to be there again the next time that it comes up. So I want to overwrite that. There we go. I like the recommendation to save often. I haven't died yet, but believe me, it's coming. And Piru is confirming that the game will sometimes auto-place clues if the player has fallen behind. So I will endeavor not to fall behind again, because I like putting them up on the board. It seems like the primary thing in this game. So, okay, I didn't see a container there. But I like the map. I like the fact that the map is saying, hey, you forgot something. Yeah, bullets.
Nightingale mentioned the general store. I need to check it out.
Like, it's not in every game, obviously, but sometimes when you find that a game has a thing, like this is the thing about this game. It's like one of the things that serves to make it unique and separate from other games. That's when, like, I want to make sure that I engage with that. I don't want to miss out on... Am I concerned about this? It looks like a weird dust devil or something. All right. And in this game, it's that board. Like, we've seen third-person games, we've seen detective games, we've seen mystery and horror games, but I don't think I've ever played a game that presented its story as, like, pegs on a board as you put up the photographs and it sort of, like, fills in what the investigation is.
Christ.
Okay. It was a deer. Toggle flashlight boost to burn through arc darkness surrounding the enemies. Oh, I'm supposed to shoot the heart. Using painkillers will allow you to heal. Painkillers are quick to consume but grant a smaller health benefit. Do I need to do that? So let's assume that my health is that semicircle down at the bottom right, because it's separate from my ammo counter. I feel like I have a bunch, and maybe I don't need to take any painkillers right now. Then again, it is a tutorial, so I would... Did it say how to do that? B is flashlight, Y is inventory. I don't want to use a first aid kit. Let's take some painkillers. A small amount of health quickly, and replenishes additional health over time. Oh, and you can see. Yeah, you can see it down there. Okay, let's do it, mostly just to be sure that I know the tutorial. And you can quick slot it somehow. Oh, nice. So, if I was to heal, let's go with up for now? Let's go with up for now. I feel like that's what it was in Spider-Man. And I will now press up. And then right trigger? Okay, we're figuring it out. So how do I get my... Oh, that's my gun again. Okay. Alright, so we've got a...
The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible.
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror.
I feel like I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
Okay, wait.
And now I need to give the heart to the witch. Makes total sense.
Well, what I need to do is put that on the case board. Yeah, see, I got a few different things. Heart was left in the refrigerator. So this would go... Where's the heart? How did it get from the morgue to here? Did Nightingale hide it here? The words in the heart are legible, so I'm going to put that for words in the heart.
Sounds literary. But what does it mean?
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the heart witch. Show me the terror. Oh, that second part is the other part of the ritual thing that she found. Somewhere in the general store.
Found the heart in the fridge. Just like the page said I would.
I would also be really great at solving mysteries if I was just finding script pages that told me exactly what to do. I grabbed the strategy guide for the mystery before I start in the case. Check with Lady Fortuna at the counter. Well, we're not leaving without this. So let's take a quick look for Lady Fortuna. Oh, I think I just picked up like what do you call it? The hacky sack belt. Porta potty? What do you call it? The you know, those pouches that you wear around your waist. What are those things called? Oh, here we go. Don't forget to update the code. So it started at 7:05. Wait, is this Lotto, Washington? 5:13. Oh, here we go. 5:13, 17, 23. So the next one would be 39. 739. That's what it'll be. Yep. You guys know the pouches, like you wear them like around your waist and then they're like... Yeah. You can quick slot weapons from the inventory. You can also quick slot healing items and throwable items. Let's do that now. So we're, you guys, for anybody just watching the VOD, this is hot off of Resident Evil 4 Remake, and I'm going to put these, I didn't know that this is how this game worked. We're going to put these in the same spots as where they were in that game. And that way they will feel nice and natural, I hope. Okay. We got that, and only 2 cartridges. Trauma pad, a good amount of health. Oops. Now, is there anything else in here? Because like Patikin said, I really like games where they show you... Oh, there's hella stuff that I haven't found. We've read this, I think? Yes.
Casey, there are cultists in the area. They're taken, like Nightingale. Watch yourself out there.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I'm still finding my way back.
You have the worst sense of direction.
Any city in America I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's these damn trees.
Okay, okay. I'm en route to Witch's Ladle. I need to perform a ritual to open the overlap. This case just keeps getting weirder. But it is exciting.
Saga edged toward the broken door, her gun ready, flashlight aimed ahead. Nightingale said it would be here. The Cauldron Lake General Store was overgrown, left to rot. Saga thought about the cult of the tree. They had been here, waiting, planning a gruesome ritual murder. Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store, like it was just another late-night poker game. Saga stepped closer to the door. Had the animal broken it? There was a loud crash. Saga found herself face to face with a cultist, a hulking figure in a raincoat. We watch in the night, wild eyes behind a plastic deer mask, an axe in his raised hand.
What a place to leave it off. Okay. Perform the ritual, place the heart in the witch's sign. Alright. Now, I feel like there was a container I was missing as well, though. And a different locked door? Was there a locked door over here? And where was the container? I'm really bad at the directions in this. So there is, and there's like some, like, murk here. I don't know if that means I'm supposed to shine it with the flashlight. I might be wasting some flashlight. Oops, that wasn't it. No, that was a waste. Oh, but... Well, I found that. Okay, so there was the container. And then where's this locked door? That's apparently right here. Is it that? No. As with... Remember last time, like, we came in here, there were some, like... mysterious things that I couldn't get, and I was like, I'll come back later, and now this is later, and they're all available. So, I don't know where this locked door is. I feel like we'll leave and come back later. Besides, it shows as locked, and it's not like I have, like, multiple keys or another clue. Okay, let's get over to the Witch's Ladle. Which, yep, you guessed it. We're going to look at the map. So that is... It's amazing how frequently it is exactly the opposite from where I was going. It might be a bug. Okay, that is also helpful information. Patine said that he had that too. They did not fix it, that bug. Hey, as long as it's not a progression blocking bug. Like, if that is, like, an unattainable map marker, I can live with that. Especially with the knowledge that it is not obtainable. For the most part, and I...
It was already too late!
Uh-huh. Nuts up. Yes, left bumper. I actually did that just a second ago. Left bumper. Right trigger will shove an enemy back with a melee attack. Okay. I didn't even, like, process there was a light here. So I'm concerned that he has his shadow armor back on, so I'm going to blast him again. I'm still learning, like, the visual indicators of they're shadow bound right now. And I think it's just sort of the blurring around them. Okay, I am close. I'm going this way. And here I thought this was exactly where I was supposed to go. Hold on, let's check the... Perform the ritual to open the overlap. Place the heart in the witch's sign. I already blasted away the murk here, the darkness. Oh dear. Oh wait, the witch sign is behind me. Oh, is it this sign? I didn't think it literally meant the sign.
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the Heart Witch. Show me the terror. Casey, I think I'm in the overlap. Are you still on your way? Casey! Casey, do you read me? Fuck. Okay, Saga. Going in solo.
Stupid piece of shit radios don't even work across dimensions.
Logan? Logan! Where are you? What the fuck was that? Logan's back in Virginia. You're imagining things.
I'm not going to do it until after the game is done. I really want to know where this voice actor came from. Where they grew up, like what their country of origin is, because I cannot place this accent. It sounds like somebody doing American and getting it like 72% of the way there. I thought that the call out. Oh no, I'm in the Underdark now, the in between, upside down. So that's where we came out of. So, as I think it is. Oh dear, now I'm really turned around. I thought. Okay, well, we're definitely not going this way, right? Yeah, I thought I would, came out, and then I heard something on my right, and that's where the bog was. So, I'm not trying to leave this area, but it's just that this seems very familiar from the tree that I just walked through. Is this just that back out to the witch's sign?
Please help me. What was that? Wait. Did I get turned around? No, this is right. This place is looping. Like a nightmare.
The rider went into the lake, banished the dark presence. Taken still lurked in the woods. The dark place receded. The current pulled back those with darkness inside, into the lake. Nightingale was there, one of them. The dark presence, Jagger had taken him. The witch had stolen his heart. They sank beneath the waves. The dark place, wandering in the shadows, muttering to themselves. It's dark. I'm lost. Where am I? Who am I? I can't remember. It's cold. Premium cabins for rent in Bright Falls. Who said that? Can you hear me? I need help. Please. Stop this. What did I do? You must dig it out. Their shape shifted. Echoes of the writer's dreams. Fading in, fading out. The next story and the story after that. The writer was writing again.
Yeah, the way this Nightmare Realm, like, turned me around. Like, I was like, wait, am I completely misremembering which way I came into this area 3 seconds ago? But then Saga herself called it out. Like, wait, did I get turned around? Like, no, this is correct. I'm very nervous about my lack of command.
He's here. Nightingale.
Trapped here. Who escaped? Danger.
Who is that? It's like they're coming in over a bad signal.
Set to find the light switch. Show me the clicker. Nightingale hunted
Oh, God, that was effective.
Shit. Run!
This way?
Gotta move. Now.
Saga, you're gonna have to tell me when it's time to stop running. Okay, I'm not gonna go over there then. That's not a way. No! I missed my dodge. Hey. I don't know if you get another, like, shooting spot. Okay, I dodged. I promise I dodged. Do I just run? Maybe that's what I'm learning. Oh, shit. Fuck. Loot. Fast loot. Loot, loot, loot. Oh, shit. More loot. I don't know where to be. Ugh. So even when you dodge, by the way, he just like gets you. And sometimes you just don't dodge at all. Let's heal. Although I do think it's probably beyond time. I can't. For me to, like, get a different healing item in. I just don't know if I can do that while also fleeing. Because I didn't really think that far ahead on this. Dodge! Figure by the time that the face is mostly just blood, you've accomplished something.
Gotta get away.
Okay, I don't know where to go though.
Go.
This way? I need this, whatever it is. There's nothing I don't need right now. God, I hope I picked that up. I feel like I didn't hear a pickup sound. Shit! I thought I could get past him and, like, do a dodge. Loot. So I'm gonna take some more painkillers. Maybe if I get high enough, I won't be suffering anymore. Was there anything? Oh, cool. Now we're coming up empty. I would love to find my way into a relatively open glade, just because he's very good at grabbing, and I need space. Oh, look at that! Sorry, that looks great! I mean, this doesn't look great, me getting the shit kicked out of me, but...
Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
Hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI. I can hear you.
Cauldron Lake.
Yes, I'm at Cauldron Lake. Where are you?
How to escape. In danger. The Dark Presence.
Danger. Thanks. Got it. Hey! Are you okay?
No! It's my fault! It got out with my face! Scratch!
Sir, calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
He's changed the story. The Dark Presence. We must stop it before...
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've been...
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
So, Piru's saying, I've never seen the game the Red Storm thing happen a second time. You've never seen anybody play a game as cowardly as I do. So, this will need to be the end of the first episode here. I want to see if I can exit out to the main screen from here. Do we know if it checkpointed here? Like at end of chapter? Because that's where I'd want to pick up for the next episode. I'm going to try to press start. Okay. Do we know... It does, says Patikin. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I'm going to let some of this run. I'm going to dial down the volume just a touch. So just want to share some early thoughts. Well, just a little bit down, because it's not that loud to begin with. All right, let's just let this run for a second. Early impressions, very positive. Mostly what strikes me about this is it's not too loud. It's just this is so much louder than every other thing in the entire game. Hold on just one second. Let's just we'll just take this down some. Okay. This is not another Alan Wake so far. So Patine's saying that it sounds fine. Okay, yeah, as long as I'd like it to be audible, but just not overwhelming. Another Alan Wake would be a little bit of cutscene, a little bit of talking with people, and then shooting shadow monsters for 45 minutes. And that's fine. Like, I really enjoyed that in the first game. This is, so far, the exact opposite of that. This is talking with people, putting together clues, exploring areas, filling in the story, and then, like, basically that boss fight. And so far, the encounters with the cult guys are very far and few between, and usually sort of executed as, like, not really a jump scare, but to really have, like, a payoff for the tension that's been building, particularly when Saga is by herself. So I'm just really digging this whole vibe so far. It is... I'm going to tell you right now, I'm probably going to reach the end and have a vague, probably mostly incorrect understanding of trying to logic it all together. And I'm very comfortable with that. This style of storytelling is much more about the tone and the vibe that it's going for, and like the themes that it strikes on. And I think that I'm going to enjoy it regardless. But the combat feels really good. I like the fact that when you shine the light on the guys, they get like a weak spot, and it's not always going to be in the head. It sort of seems to be like center mass. And that, like, blasting that dude with a shotgun, which, to be honest, was just a little bit of desperation, because I'm like, I'm not even convinced that I'm doing damage. And we just took like a huge chunk out of his torso. I don't know that I can think of another game that I've done that. I'm trying to think of like any other game where I've seen something like that. So it does seem like maybe the music is coming to an end, and I want to make sure that it doesn't progress the story. And maybe it never does. But yeah, I just wanted to share those early thoughts. We will certainly have an episode 2 of this. And the only other note about it from like a streaming perspective as we exit out to the main menu is it is, I think, very, very narrative heavy. Again, that's a good thing. It does make it a little bit difficult to interact with chat, so please forgive me if there's going to be some, you know, if I sort of wait for a next like narrative beat, I want to make sure that I'm not like pausing in the middle of cutscenes or like a lot of dialogue too often, but know that we'll circle back. And there we go, episode 1 of Alan Wake 2. We will see you guys again for episode 2 very soon, most likely over the weekend. This definitely feels like a later at night sort of game, not so much at the 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning sort of game, but we will call it there. You guys, thank you very much. We'll find somebody fun to raid to, and until next time, I hope you all have a great night.